Hello, today I'll show you how to remove a front subframe from a Transit 250. So this Transit has a problem with the transmission. You put it in any gear and it barely wants to creep forward. In order to remove the transmission oil pan, you have to remove, well, pretty much half the car, half the front end here. This whole assembly has to come out. So before you even jack the car up, you have to remove these little pieces, which normally you would put the jack stands on this. But the problem is this little nub might get in the way of removing the subframe. So this little piece gets held in place with two bolts going through here. Like this. These are the two bolts that hold it on. So what you want to do is use your jack to support this cross member and loosen up these two bolts and take them completely out. Take this out, put the bolts back in, and then you could jack this side of the car up and repeat it on the other side as well. I kind of have the jack stand sort of wedged in between this bolt and this little bend here. It's pretty stable. So once the car is in the air, you can remove the front wheels. Then you have to remove these crumple bars. They're held in by 13mm bolts. There's 4 in the front, and in the front it attaches to those 2 bolts there, and there's another cross member that's supposed to be there for the bottom 2 bolts. And the back part attaches to the subframe with these 2 little bolts. The bolts go through here and here on the subframe. Once those bars are removed, you can remove the tie rod end, the lower ball joint, and the sway bar link. To get them off, it's pretty straightforward. For the sway bar link, you want to loosen up this nut. You have to hold the actual end here with a Allen key and use a wrench on the nut. You would want to leave the nut on by a few threads, and then what you do is tap on the nut with a hammer a few times to get it free from the knuckle. Once it's free, you can remove the nut and remove the link and put it out of the way. Same goes for the tie rod. And for the lower control arm, it's a little different. So the nut would be on the bottom here. You unscrew that nut, leave it on a few turns to keep it from falling out once it's free. And then you're going to want to hammer the lower control arm downward. It might be on there pretty good, so give it a few good whacks. It should come out. If not, you could try heating this metal part up a little bit. That usually helps. Do the same thing on the other end. Then you would want to remove any sort of miscellaneous wires or lines that are connected to the subframe. On this particular model, it's the 3.2 diesel, and it had a def, like a def solenoid here with a couple wires connected. You would want to undo those. For the gas one, it might be a little different. Just be aware of that. Next, you would want to disconnect the power steering lines. There's 2 of them. And how that comes apart is there's going to be a little Torx bolt here. Undo that Torx bolt, and then you would have to wiggle the lines out. And on this one, the lines run from here. They go to this little holder, line holder. That's a little 8mm bolt. Undo that. And here as well, undo that one. and the line is free. Also, keep in mind that there's going to be a lot of power steering fluid coming out of it, so have a pan handy to catch it. Once you disconnect the lines, you need to disconnect the steering column. I'll show you in the van what to do. So in here, you're gonna have a small plate. It's like a bearing plate that holds the column. There's gonna be two 10 mil nuts that hold it in place. You undo those nuts, and then you're also gonna want to undo another 10 mil bolt on the column. And once that bolt is out, this column will pull off the column on the power steering rack. It moves up like that. And just move it out of the way. This plate comes out. So once you're sure that everything is disconnected, you can place a jack underneath the subframe. Try to center it as best as you can so it doesn't go to one side. It's even easier if you have another person helping you. They can help keep the subframe steady while you take it out. So the final step is to remove 4 bolts, one in each corner of the subframe. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and there. The rear ones look like this. So the bolt is stuck in here. They tend to get stuck on this little rubber bushing, and they don't spin that easily. So that's going to take some force to get off. And in the front, it's actually not a bolt, but it's a stud that's in the frame, and it's held on by a nut underneath. So once those are free, you can slowly lower the jack and pull it out from underneath the car. Assembly is the same process I just described, but in reverse. So that's it for the subframe. Keep watching if you want to see what's inside of the transmission pan. Maybe we'll find some chunks, maybe we'll find some sludge, maybe we'll find, I don't know, a dead rodent or something. I got a bit rained on. I don't understand why they don't include a drain plug and make this job so much easier. So this is not a good sign. This oil is completely brown. It smells burnt. Let's keep going. So here's the inside of the pan. The magnets have quite a bit of metallic crud on them, but no huge chunks or anything like that. Everything in here appears to be normal. I'm not really sure what to check next. Maybe I can somehow test these solenoids. So I think what I'm going to do next is just test all the solenoids, and if any of them are bad, replace them, and replace the transmission filter and the ATF, and pray that that works. Because other than that, I don't know what else to check. The wiring seems okay. There are no trouble codes related to the transmission either. So that's that. So for some reason there aren't too many resources and not that much information online about working on these vans. But I did find this one channel, MedTech 67. This video is an hour and 47 minutes long, but if you do have the time, I would recommend watching it. It is a lot more in depth. Also, if you have any questions or suggestions, please comment below. I hope this video helped someone. Have a good day and goodbye.